Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and today I'm going to be showing you something that's different. This is a discontinued multi-tool by CRKT. Now, hold up. Discontinued does not mean you can't get it anymore. It's actually a really big collector's item. A lot of people love these things because they are really good, relatively good quality multi-tools. And some of them have a premium price for them. You cannot get them on Amazon anymore. They're listing as discontinued, and Blade HQ also has as discontinued, or out of stock anyway. However, these are very popular on eBay and Etsy. These originally ranged between $20 and $30. They made about 7 different versions that I can find, depending on where it's made. This is a US model one, so this is a really early model. This was the original color, the flat gray. They made one in black, which just looks like a powder coated glossy black, which you miss all the really good details about this thing, in my opinion. And they make a polished one, which I believe is made in China or Vietnam, somewhere out there. So what is this thing? Well, so the Guppie is a small wrench. You can see it's an adjustable wrench, and it's not a it's not like a Leatherman or something of that nature. It's, so you got about ½ inch space on this, but there's a good amount of play in the jaws. But that's, it's for like emergency use. So, but this works. It's called the Guppie as if it was a fish for fishing gear, like an adjustable wrench for your fishing rods and things of that nature. This also would work really well on a bicycle, although I don't think it was ever touted for bicycle use or advertised for it. But this would actually be pretty good for this. So it's got the adjustable wrench on the side, and it does have little teeth in there, so it has some grip. Obviously, I haven't used mine that much on that end. I've used the knife more and the other tools. So it's a nice touch, and it is powder coated. So you have a belt clip, and you have a knife, drop point knife. And it's actually kind of interesting because this knife is got a little, I'm going to do this without cutting myself, has a spring in it, springs it back, and it's non-locking, so you do have to be careful with your hands. I will show you who that is in a moment, making groaning noises. That is Shadow, my recently adopted, about a month and a half, 2 months now, rescue. So she makes groaning noises every time she's in my room, in the bedroom here. So it's got a little drop point blade. Now the interesting thing about it is there's a 2-inch blade, plain edge with a black oxide coating. Sorry. So the interesting part about it is nobody's really sure what the material is made out of. CRKT listed as 2CR13. Blade HQ listed as 3CR13 MOV, and there are some eBay listings on some of these that are a 5CR, I think 13 MOV. So nobody's really sure what the blade material is. I would typically go with what the company that made it was, so it should be a 2CR13. This entire tool together weighs 4.10 ounces, so it's a bit heavy, or 116.23 grams for the people on the other side of the pond. It has a integrated bottle opener. The carabiner clip here, you can use that to open bottles. And it's got a nice spring in here. And it has a bit driver and a flashlight. Oh, look at that, there's a little flashlight right there. I already know that, and this one actually works. That's rare. So you see this shiny thing on the other side. That is the bit driver. Has CRKT on it, 4 bits. It looks like it's a PH1, PH2, and 2 flathead drivers, and of course the button for the light. The battery in this is a CR927 3-volt lithium, and this pops off. So these 2 little studs that are sticking out fit in this hole and that big hole. So you can have this as a separate tool, as a separate little flashlight. It's got a little lanyard hole on the end of it. So there's your light, of course. And although a lot of people try to pull the bits this way out, which is a bit difficult, push down and it comes right out. So this metal backing part is magnetic. So I guess if you need to hold something there, now it's not completely magnetic, or it's got a reversing polarity, which might be the battery itself. It's about here, where it no longer sticks properly. You can see a little gap there. And of course you wouldn't want to try to tighten it this way. You would probably destroy the plastic, rubber plastic material that this is made out of. But the little magnet on the back does two things. It helps secure this to the side of the Guppy. Now at those holes there, and it is reversible, so you can have the flashlight in the back by the driver, or you can turn it this way and have it by the drawers in the front. And as I said, it is magnetic, so you don't have to have it in those holes. I wouldn't hold it by this. It won't hold the weight of the Guppy, not reliably anyway. But it is a pretty strong magnet, so that's kind of cool. Sorry, this keeps going out of focus. So there's that bit driver in the back, and it is magnetic as well. It's, again, not a very strong magnet, by the way. If I do it this way, it'll hold, but it's not a great magnet. It will hold sometimes for a little bit, but it's very, very light. But it is magnetic, so that's a nice touch for something as cheap as this was when it first came out. All of the, see if I can get one of these without stabbing my finger. All of these are regular bit drive size. That's a 5 on that. They're all black oxide coating, so they should take a bit of abuse without rusting. And that is the CRKT Guppie. Now, they make quite a few versions of this. This is the one that's in flat gray, made in the United States, because it actually has the US patent numbers on it, and this little feature number at the bottom. That's the actual part number. That's the 9076 or 9078. There's a 9070, which is the really common one, which I believe is made in China or Vietnam, or somewhere in that side of the world, which is polished and doesn't have any of the US patents written on it, and has a completely different CRKT emblem on both sides. And I think the other one says ID on it for Idea Department or something of that nature. I don't remember I read about it, but you know, it wasn't on the original one. So this is original style. These go for an arm and a leg on eBay. Ones without the accessories that come with it, by the way, on this model, you're looking at about $100 on eBay. But cool thing about it, you don't have to buy them on eBay. If you're in an area of the world that has a lot of outdoor sports like fishing, you can check a lot of the garage sales and yard sales. These are really popular. They sold a crap ton of these things, and for good reason. They are actually really cool, and they look like a little fish, which I believe is part of the reason why it's called the Guppie. There is a smaller version of this called the Lil Guppie, L-I-L Guppie, and that one doesn't have the driver in the back. It's got a flathead driver, and that's it. And it's, instead of all of this, it's a just one big bottle opener in the back, and it's about half the size. So you know, it's up to you if you want to go that route. They said they make a full black version of this. I've never seen one in person. I've just seen pictures of it. I personally don't like it because it gets rid of all the really cool looks of this thing. And I will probably put this little tool piece with the flashlight. I'm going to replace the battery in it because it's original to the tool. And put part of this in my EDC tool kit. So I have some extra bits on me and a small flashlight, which is probably about 5 lumens. It's really low, but you don't need that much for some of these things. So I'm going to be making a new playlist. It's called probably Discontinued Tools, or Discontinued with a question mark, because those items are still available, just not from regular sources. So I'm going to be showing a whole bunch of them, so you can see some really good stuff that was out in, I guess, yesteryear, if you want to call it that, or back in the old days. And these are still collector's items, and people still want them for actual tools. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below, and I will answer them pretty quickly. Please like and subscribe if this is something that you like or are interested. And take a look at the top of the screen, and there'll be a playlist of knives as well up there, just in case you want to see any more tools and gear and stuff that I have. So thank you for watching, and have a glorious day.